Hello my friends, welcome to the Hero Showcase. Today we'll be taking a look at Shadow Beast. The newest hero in the game. Attack is 600, HP is 17,120. Compared to Pen, which is the same thing as 600, and then 14,000, which pretty much he has more. Or he or she, I don't know at this point. But yeah, this is Shadow Beast for you. Let's take a look at it. So it's a melee attack. Ground unit is leader type is the hero. Shoots a poisonous stinger at one furthest enemy, leaving poisonous trail along the path taken that lasts for 5 seconds. Enemies on the poisonous trail will take 10% attack damage per second. Enemies hit by the poisonous stingers will suffer a stack of scorpion poison for 10 seconds. Shadow Beast damage reduction is increased by 20% for each stack of scorpion poison on the battlefield. 10% of the HP recovered by enemies inflicted with a scorpion poison will also be transferred to Shadow Beast instead. So it's like somewhat of a life drinker pretty much. These enemies will also take 20% attack damage every second. Scorpion poison stacks up to 3 stacks. Scorpion poison will be dispelled when the enemy uses an active skill. However, they will take damage equal to the number of scorpion poisonous stacks multiplied by 80% attack cost for rage. So pretty much if you activate a skill, it gets dispelled. So it goes away. That's cool. So that's pretty much the gist of it for the fancy skill right over here. So we got that out of the way. Next up, let's go take a look at the hero aid, which is duration of the control effects on the deployed hero will be reduced by 30%, and the hero will take 40% less damage from the control effects caster during the first 10 seconds upon entering the battlefield. Pretty much control effects was reduced by 30%, and they'll take 40% less damage. Not bad. It's not bad. Now let's go take a look at the fancy divine, which most of you are curious about what this divine is. Is pretty much tap to select a location to taunt and deal damage to enemies within range. Taunt will last for 5 seconds multiplied by the number of enemies. So there's 5 enemies, which is going to be 25 seconds. There you go. Whereas damage dealt will be equal to 60% of attack multiplied by the number of enemies. Shadow Beast will also reflect 50% extra damage while taunting. Deal an additional 35% of their own max HP as direct damage to the enemies afflicted with scorpion poison, causing their normal attacks to have no effect for 10 seconds. So normal attacks, majority of the heroes' normal attacks are pretty bad. But that's not really that good. Majority of the heroes are skill-based. Take X for instance, he's skill-based. X's attack doesn't do that much. Same thing with Keeper. Keeper's skill-based. His regular attacks don't do that much. So divine-wise is just basically a taunt, which you can have a taunt on your guild bot. Not a fan of that. Fortitude is pretty much enters the petrified state when receiving fatal damage. Petrified heroes will be immune to all damage while petrified, and will not be able to move nor attack, recovering 8% of HP every second. So this is Savage. Savage has the same exact divine, where he just does his divine, becomes big, doesn't move, just tanks. Okay, cool. Yeah, Petrified lasts for 8 seconds and 30% of damage nullified, while Petrified will be reflected to the corresponding attackers when Petrified state ends. So it's pretty much a Savage divine right there. I'm not a fan of that. Applies a Manticore shield to one ally for 5 seconds when using active skill. Allies protected by the Manticore shield have a 20% chance of being immune to negative stuns. I mean, statuses, excesses, HP recovered by Shadow Beast will also be evenly distributed to protected heroes. Protected heroes also have a 50% chance of inflicting scorpion poison for 5 seconds when dealing damage to enemies. Okay. It doesn't sound interesting at all. This This is one of those heroes where it just this doesn't sound interesting one bit. This is not a must-have hero, in my opinion. It really isn't. You can be the judge of that yourself, but this is the first time I'm taking a look at this. This does not feel like a hero that you must have. It really doesn't. One bit. Let's go show it off and take a look at it, since currently we're gonna check it out on the Turkish server since our buddy Nate has it. Special thank you to Nate for letting me do this. Very kind of you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. Do you think it's fancy and a must-have hero, or do you think that's just a hero that's not that great? Maybe Hero 8 is okay, but just having it on base and all that, it just doesn't. It's not like must-have. The petrified state is pretty much Savage. Savage literally is the petrified state. Alright, but here's the Shadow Beast in action. So as you can see, he's pretty much like a dog. Activate skill, it shoots a poisonous and it leaves a trail like that. So anything that's inside the poisonous takes damage. So if they come over there, it takes damage. You activate the Divine, it's a roar lion pretty much. So let's do it right over here. So it just goes to it and then taunts that area. Okay. And the skill is just pretty much will deal damage, and it's not bad. So you can stack the poisonous, scorpion poisonous, but it goes away after a few seconds, which is, so it doesn't even last that long, the skill as well. It really doesn't. And then Divine has the range of pretty much Pen. It looked like the range of Pen, honestly. So we take a look at Pen. Yeah, it's the same exact range. Literally, I think Pen has more of a range than Shadow Beast does. Would you rather have Pen's Divine, or would you rather have Shadow Beast's Taunt? I'll leave that up to you, but in my opinion, this is not a must-have hero. It really isn't. That concludes Shadow Beast. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Leave a comment below, but that's a showcase for you, and I'll talk to you all the next one. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, join us on Discord. I'm here as always. Stay safe, stay happy, and see you next time.